the show, Let's Talk with Urvashi. Today we have a guest, Omanzo Barrett. This talk was very organic and we tried to explore what life is all about. We have spoken about fears, we have spoken about the boundaries of mindset, what kind of mindset is holding back to the people in their life, why we are not able to succeed in the life. Lots and lots of those challenges that people have in their life due to mindsets. So I'm not going to talk about more. Let's go and explore with Omanzo Barrett what he has to bring it to the world, and this is his contribution from his life towards all of us. So very nice to meet you, Omanzo Barrett.
Omanzo Barrett, yes. Since recently I've changed my name, not legally, but I decided to call myself Billionaire Barrett instead of saying Omanzo Barrett.
That was my second question actually, that your Instagram handle is very interesting, that Billionaire Barrett. And okay, let me ask that question. After this, I wanted to welcome to the show, Let's Talk with Urvashi. And it was a very awaited invitation that was pending, that we were supposed to do it. So my first question is, how are you today?
I'm doing better than good, better than most, and sometimes even better. That was Barrett. That was Barrett from Les Brown, you know, so I kept using it.
How was the Christmas?
Christmas has been quiet for me. Yeah, like for the past 6 years or 7 years, because I do photography. So I'm always, when people are looking forward for holidays, I'm always busy working. So it's just another day for me in that sense.
Okay, so then there we are. Tell me the story about Billionaire Barrett.
Billionaire Barrett.
Yes.
All right. So, you know, like people normally, I'd like, you know, Mr. This or Miss This or Dr. This, you know. I decided, you know, to like kind of charge myself to like come from the whole scarcity mindset and use a different title, use billionaire. You know, so many persons be like, why are you doing that? You know, are you a billionaire? You know, and I'm not. But if someone can choose to say they're Mr. or they're Miss, you know, I can choose to add Miss Billionaire in front of my name as well. So that way, when I do become a billionaire, I'm able to really assist and help people, because people, for some reason, like I feel like we growing up, like we have this kind of scarcity mindset about money, you know. So when you think about someone that be a billionaire or a millionaire, is like they are doing something wrong, you know. So I decided to like challenge that status quo, that thinking. I'm like, no, you know, money is not bad. You know, people can be bad. Money is gonna amplify whatever you are, right? Yep. So that's why I use that title. And it's also always good to build conversations with that title, like billionaire. What, you know? So yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourself, how you're gonna describe.
All right, so billionaire, I almost say Omanzo. All right, so billionaire Omanzo Barrett, right? I just turned 36. That's when I'm gonna start. Yeah, December 18 was my birthday, so I just turned 36. I have 2 sons. They are my wife. You know, they're the one who kind of get brain, you know, screw back. I'm from very humble beginning. I'm also a twin. Yeah, identical twins. Thank God I had accountability partner that I was born with. So he keeps me accountable in many things. I can always call him about anything. He knows me more than I know myself, and vice versa. So that's that. I love helping people. You know, my passion and purpose in life is to inspire people, inspire themselves to become a better version of themselves. That's a mouthful. Let's go again. So my purpose in life is to inspire people to inspire themselves to become the best version of themselves. People consider me to be adrenaline junkie because I'm a certified scuba diver.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it on your Instagram, and I was like, okay, I can ask this question to him.
Yeah,
Tell
and
me about that.
I'm also a certified skydiver as well. I love travel. I love people.
Mhm.
I love to challenge the limits. Like why limit yourself? I
Mm.
like to live without limits. Like stretch yourself to do something that scares you. So in a nutshell, I think that's billionaire Barrett.
So, were you like that from your childhood? Like not define yourself with the boundaries, or something happened which
Just
allowed you to explore the boundaries?
like growing up, what you call, all right, I was so shy.
Mhm.
So low, like there was no self-esteem. That's not low. There was zero self-esteem, literally,
Mhm.
growing up. Um, and when it changed, it's like everything probably that I didn't actually was able to do because of low self-esteem. I guess I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna challenge myself to do this. Everything really changed. I think when I started to go on the journey of really personal development. That's when like everything changes. When I start like, reading books to the mentors, that rewiring, you
Mhm.
know, let me see the world in a totally different light than I thought the world was. Yeah. So
What was
that's
the
where
age?
the change was. Let me think. It's a good question. I'm gonna like go. I'm gonna go back a bit. I was so like shy or fearful of talking. Um, to the point where imagine this, right? You you're on a bus, right? Or in a taxi or in a vehicle, and you're so afraid to just say, ask for your own stop.
Mhm.
I would stop, I would stay at the bus stop, waiting at the bus stop until someone who was going close to where I was going, right?
Uh-huh.
And go on at that taxi at that bus with them so they can ask for the stop and I get off. And
Oh.
if for any reason they were to like stop before their stop, I come off with them and I walk extra distance. That's how that's how scary it was to just ask as simple as for a stop. And this occurred like up to like age 14. So that next, okay, cool. It was like, oh, you're 6 years old. No, like it happened, all the way. And I think what caused that was I can pinpoint it. I think I was in grade 4. So at that point in time, I probably was like say 10 or 9, I should say. And my brother friend, like, we were on a bus coming from somewhere, and he actually wanted to like, I think like teach us certain things to like do like ask for my own stop. And he was like, ask for your stop. And I did ask for my stop, but I was still shy. I was like, stop. But it's like a whispered, right?
Uh-huh.
And like, the person was going to hear me. And I was like, stop. So I keep whispering, right? And like they were hearing me. So I guess out of kind of like say, frustration, I was like, stop please, right? And then like everyone like actually like started laughing. And they didn't know what they did at that point in time.
Mhm.
It's like as I'm older, I start to reflect on it. I'm like at a point in time, it's like I was like, shoot, don't talk,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And that really like that trauma, trauma really like kind of limit me to like speak up for myself and do certain things. So yeah.
So then I'm now very curious to know that how that Omanzo become a skydiver or like scuba diver or like certified trainer. How did that happen?
I'll say everything is really it started with the mindset when I started, um stretching the mind,
Mm.
personal development. that's when it all changed. Because like I think in high school, right, I was considered one of the smarter kids, you know, and I was helpful being smart still. I was always helpful in the classroom settings, but I was still laid back. I was still shy. So
Which
I
was
will talk
which
if
was
I
that?
have to talk.
Sorry.
Hmm?
Which was that city?
No, I was in when I was in high school. I was in Jamaica, yeah, in Jamaica,
Okay.
yeah. That group in Jamaica. I'm not in Florida. So yeah, I was very shy, smart, considered smart child. But I only talk when I really had to talk, and to talk, it was just nerve-wracking. But I think when things like really shifted was when after finishing high school, college,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in 2013, 2014, when I got introduced to this whole world of personal development.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
yeah, that's when I started. My first book, actually, I remember I didn't read because I didn't like reading. I listened to was Thinking Big,
Thinking
right?
big. Okay.
Thinking Big by David Schwartz. That's when like everything just because start like unwind, and that propelled into me reading so many books, being so many mentors, and start seeing the world, different. Stop having creating limits,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's where it starts. So it's like everything was adding up all the way through, but when I actually listened, I got exposed to personal development. That's when everything shifted.
That's amazing. Uh,
Yeah,
so right now you're in Florida.
yeah, yeah.
So tell me, when you're talking about personal development, what it means to you.
All right. Personal development, means to me, like the word that come to my mind is like it's it's necessary,
Hmm.
right? It's something that all of us need to have, or at least experience or exercise. It's what motivates, it's what inspires, it's what just carries through life. It's personal. As I said, it's personal. You developing yourself,
Hmm.
your mind. So that's all I look at it, something that all of us were born with,
Hmm.
but we at some point in time like neglect it or forget about it, that we need to like go and really ignite that fire to get back to where we were born to be like. Yeah, that's why I summarize it.
No, that's very beautiful way to explain it. Uh,
Yeah.
so now as a woman, so what do you see that what are the areas in the life that people need help with? Like maybe because do you know that's what I feel. So when we see the span of a life of a
Mhm.
people, like seven quadrants of the life or whatever, sometimes people are not even aware that they have an issue or they need a healing or they need to break their boundaries. They are just so comfortable living in that zone, or they are just suffering emotionally. So as a coach, tell me how would you make them aware that, buddy, like stop here, and there is an issue that you, if you resolve it, there are another wall that you can see it. How will you help them to make aware about it?
It's interesting. Very interesting question you asked. And before getting into coaching, I didn't know personally that there were so many blocks that I had. Because yes, I had personal development. Yes, I had the right mindset. But it was when I really come a part of the coaching course, and I actually sit down to get coached by myself. Because I thought I was perfect. I thought I was good. Everything is good. I'm set. I know everything I need to do.
I
But
can
by
most
sitting
people do that.
down, yeah, perfect, yeah. But by sitting down and really answering and reflecting, answering the question, I was like, whoa, all those blockages that I have, I did not have those. So for me, with coaching, I ask the question, right?
Hmm.
It's good to find a way to have people to understand that coaching is very important. in the sense that you may think everything in your life is okay, right? Right?
Yeah.
But just give someone who is certified in this area, not a friend, right? In this area, just give them 30 minutes to just ask you a few thought-provoking questions. That's it. And then at a point in time, you will see what really coaching can be like. You'll experience a taste of what it can be like. And it's interesting, like every time like I meet with like prospective clients, like, and I explain to them what coaching is and what's not, they're always like, oh, because they are thinking for like a therapy. I know our mentor. I'm like, I'm not that. I'm gonna give you advice. I'm not asking questions. They're like, and at the end of 30 minutes, they're like, wow, I didn't know. So it's like most persons do not know the power of what a coach actually really and truly will do to their life. I didn't know. I have no idea, even though I was in the course. But when you stop, so it's really a powerful thing to like, we can't give advice, but I really wish everyone could be able to experience even 30 minutes of just sitting, someone being present with you for just 30 minutes and asking you certain questions, simple questions to have you to start to reflect and build your awareness. And with that awareness, like everything shifts, everything changed.
Everything changed. Yeah, that's amazing. Because I believe that the awareness is the only tool which allows us to go to the next level. If you're aware, we'll be willing, because most of the time we're not aware,
Exactly. The
right?
awareness.
So,
That's
sorry.
no. That's it. That's it. Being aware is perfect. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm gonna take you back again to your life. Is there any story which was powerful or which changed you the way you were, and it brought you some kind of a experience or the lesson which
Um,
can help the world to understand that, okay, they can learn something from it? Any story?
there are many stories, and even before I quote unquote got to the idea of personal development, you know, I was introduced into a network marketing company, and I got into my reason for getting the company was totally for just making money. I didn't care anything about its mindset or in my head. I was like, nonsense. Just show me the money and I'll go for the money. That was all I was in my mind. But by getting enrolled actually in a program, right? And I started meeting the mentors. This particular story is very, very important. Very, very, very important, a big shift for me. I met this gentleman, his name is Michael Jets, right? We flew from Jamaica to Florida for a seminar that they were having. And they introduced him as a unemployed millionaire. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
I was like, okay, yeah, interesting, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
well, I was sharing his story. He said that he used to actually be a flag man, meaning when they were building the World Trade Center before 9/11, he used basically like underground, like they were using flag to direct people to move the construction. And I was like, you're unemployed flagman, not a construction worker, you're a flagman, and you're able to make $1 million a year. I have my degree, right? And I cannot see how you make that, right? What are you doing that I'm not doing, right? So I asked question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, well, first thing first, you have to start reading. I didn't like reading. I didn't care about reading, but I was like, you know what? You said start reading. So I'm like, okay, cool. What are you reading? And he recommends certain books. So I started to dive in those books.
Okay.
And I started to learn different principles from the books, because the idea is the principles that I learned, like association. You're the average of the 5 person spending most time with. What are you associating with? And association is not just say people. We associate through books, through what we listen, right?
Exactly.
So I decided to shift my association to start reading books, right? Then even though I may not necessarily meet this person, I'm associating with his mind. And many persons who has died and passed, gone already, their mind is still in their books. So I am associating with their thinking, and that has shifted my mindset in 1,000-fold. So for the most part, I always say, these people, like my life is really a product of all these people who I'm associating with, not physically, but just I can connect with their video in the past I could listen to. If, for example, in the beginning, when it's all I was doing, I responded by saying, I'm really better than good, better than most, and still even better. And that's not my word. That's from Les Brown. And I've never met him. But by me saying that, it make you laugh, right?
Yeah.
And let me feel good about myself. Really, actually, like, what are you doing? I'm literally, and I say it with all facts. It's true. I mean, better than good, which is true. Better than most. And sometimes better, and that's 100% true. So the association, like, from that story where like he got and that part to like start reading and like associate with these different people, that has made a huge impact on my life to shift everything.
Very powerful message that if we change the associations, we have a power to shift our life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We start vibrating with that knowledge.
That vibrate, yes. Connected to it, yes.
And then
that's it.
Knowledge brings the awareness.
That's it.
Awareness brings the power to have action. And we do realize that I have a freedom to take the action, to take my life to the next level. And that's where the transformation comes, right?
Yeah. Max, it's so interesting. Like, I was saying that, like, I'm gonna go to skydiving. With skydiving, because like become a certified skydiver, you need to do at least 25 jumps, right?
Okay.
Like jump out the plane.
And you did. Tell
Yes.
me you did 25, all of them.
You cannot become a certified solo jumper unless you jump from the plane 25 times.
I will not even jump one time.
Right?
Yeah.
And jumping out the plane, it does not mean someone owes you. You're jumping, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna be very real. My first 10 jumps was very nerve-wracking. But the most I had, I was like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this done. Right?
Yeah.
And then one message, one small message that person who was actually carrying me to the ground school said, she had no idea the impact it had on me. She said this: knowledge removes fear. And it was like a haha, like knowledge removes fear. That's it. Knowledge removes fear. She didn't know what like she said it, but didn't even know the impact it had on me. Because I was like in a group of us going through the ground school. I was like, whoa, knowledge removes fear. So it's like whatever fear I had, like I was like, I have the knowledge, I know what to do, I know how to get stable, right? I literally like I know how to get stable in the air, right? So I have knowledge, right? I know when to pull my parachute. This is gonna go off. I know all those things. I know how to land. So like when I kick in my mind, I jumped in. I was like, okay, cool. No, I'm good. You could just shoot me on the plane, and I'm good because the knowledge removes fear. And to take me away from say skydiving,